All righty, guys. Well, welcome to another wake-up call. I love Fridays because I love the fact that I get to be with all of you guys, my extended family. And, well, let's go ahead and get right to it. Well, as you guys know, one of the things that I am very, very passionate about is personal development. And part of and I've been on this journey of personal development for over 30 years of my life, and it's been just a wonderful journey. There's been a lot of highs, and there's been, well, let's just say several times where I want to get back to the high. But what I am most passionate about is the fact that about 15 years ago, in my halfway through what I've gone through in my personal development journey, I got my eyes opened to the knowledge that we create, we manifest our life, that our life doesn't happen to us, but it happens from us. And that was eye-opening for me about 15 years ago. It's in my mid-30s, early to mid-30s. And ever since then, I've just been on a mission to be as efficient as I can in manifesting my life, understanding that it comes through not because of the belief that we don't need God, but because of the understanding that because of God and the power that He has given us, we can do this. So He's there. I'm not alone. You're not alone. And He's there for us. And as I've gone through these last 15 years of manifesting what I've wanted, my desires, I came to the understanding that the most important thing is not necessarily manifesting the things that you want, but probably the most important thing is making sure you don't manifest the things that you don't want. And so I think that I was so concerned and excited about manifesting great things that I didn't realize I kept manifesting things that I didn't want for my life or the life of the people around me because of what I manifested for my life, mainly my wife and my kids. My wife's amazing. She's been by my side through a lot of downs, and she's been through my side in all the ups. But I just love her to death because she's always believed in me, and before I believed in myself. So what I want to talk about today is the things that I've learned, those nuggets of things that I've learned that will help you from making sure that, look, you follow everything that I've been talking about the last since last November, I believe since last October, November, first 5 weeks that I have this call, you can go back and learn how to manifest the things that you want. But what I want to do is tell you the things that will make sure that you're not manifesting things that you don't want, because make no mistake about it, guys, we're constantly manifesting. And because we live in a negative world, and I don't say that because I want to be negative or say that, look at the glass half empty. I actually look at the glass half full, more than half full, when I look at something. But I also understand that in the world we live in, for it to be in the hands of the ones that it is, they have to keep us from manifesting what we want. And because understand it, if we can all have what we want, then we really, really, and it comes from us, then we don't need as much people controlling us as we do have right now in the world. So, first of all, first lesson I learned in manifesting what you want and not manifesting what you don't want is patience. You have to have patience with yourself. This is not going to happen overnight, but it will happen a lot faster than you would expect as long as you have patience with it. You can't, it would just seem crazy for a farmer to plant a seed and expect to harvest the next day. It makes absolutely no sense. Farmers have to be some of the most patient people on this planet. And if you went to a farmer and said, I want to plant this and expect it to grow tomorrow, he said, the only thing he'd probably think you're crazy and say the only thing I've seen like that is the beans from the story Jack and the Beanstalk. That doesn't exist. So we have to sow the seeds and then remember, what is a seed? It's your desires and then your belief and your expectancy. And that right there in a nutshell, you have to have your desires, you have to have the belief wrapped around it, and then you put the bow on top knowing that you're going to expect it. That's your seed that you're going to put in the ground. And then you've got to have the patience. Remember, you have to have the belief and expectancy that it's coming to you, and then just have the patience for it to come. Now, along with patience, this probably set me back 10 years. Okay, this what I'm about to tell you set me back 10 years. Patience set me back 5 years, and then this next one set me back another 10 years. And what that is flexibility. Because, see, most people expect is that, okay, I'll be patient, but then you want everything to happen your way. If you expect to be successful in your company, or you expect success, let's put it this way, you expect success, but then you expect it to be in your company, or you expect it to be in this arena or that arena. And see, that's the only way we'll have it. I want it, I'm patient, but it's got to come this way. See, and that's where we make the mistake. Because if we knew how to manifest what we wanted, and we knew exactly every single little detail of how to get there, then why would we even need God? Why would we need His power? And why wouldn't we already have it? See, the thing is, we come in from a different mindset, and we're expecting something that comes from a different mindset. And the only way to get it is from becoming that new mindset. And the only way to become that new mindset is to be flexible and let God guide us that way. And that may mean, unfortunately for me, that meant that if I want to have certain level of success, I'm going to have to learn certain new things that I don't know right now. But I don't want to learn that. I just want this seed to grow. Well, you're not going to have that until you learn to grow into the person that deserves that. Because we never get what we want. That's what we expect. We expect to get what we want. But we don't get what we want in this world. We get what we deserve. Now, that may sound a little harsh, but it's actually a great thing, because that means I have to become a greater person to deserve greater things. And the lesson that when we all die and we stand in front of our Father in heaven, what He's going to say is, He's going to ask us point blank, what are you most happy about? The things that I gave you that you wanted, or the person you became to be able to deserve those things? And what all of us will say is, we are more proud of the person we became. I'm proud of the person that I've become and am becoming, because always understand this, unless you're not breathing, you're always becoming. Don't ever think you got to anything. You will always be becoming. That's what we're here to do, is to learn, to go from one level to the next. And once we become the person that deserves what we wanted, what we manifested, now we have to reach higher. And ultimately, what we come to do on this earth is to impact the world in a positive way so that we have a better world because we lived. But for that, we have to be becoming a greater person. Okay, guys? So you have to have patience. You have to have flexibility. And then, as I've talked about in several of these calls, and I'm going to talk about it again today, is that one of the boulders that we will put in front of us is something that I did myself. And it's not that I don't do it now. It's that now I know when I'm doing it, I stop it. And I apologize in my mind to the person, and I move forward without it. And that is judgment. It's so easy in this world to judge. We're literally taught to judge. We're taught to be competitive, taught to want to be better than others. That is the craziest thing that we can do, is to compete with others and try to be better than them. That is a recipe for disaster, for destruction of your seed. Because when we judge people, when we compete with others, what we're doing is we're keeping ourselves from growing. Now, I'm not saying competition isn't good. It's great to say, you know what, I want to win a race, but you should want your opponents to give it their best and to be their best and wish the best for them. Now, at the end of the day, if only one of them can be on the podium, that's great. But if it's not that I'm competing against them, if I come in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or last place, I'm competing against my potential. My potential is, your potential is what you should be competing against. We may not have been born with the fastest legs in the world to win a competition in the Olympics, or a race in the Olympics, but that doesn't mean that I can't become a better runner than I am today and get in better shape than I am today. See, that is competing against myself, but not against myself, against my potential. Bring out my potential. Because when we judge or compete against others, what we're doing is we are judging and damning ourselves. Because the vibration that we create from judgment and from a competition to beat out the person next to you is a vibration that goes against the vibration of success. And so how can you have success if you're vibrating opposite? And you may see this, that people that win, they may win in something, but they lose in life because the way they won damaged themselves. And you can see that time and time again. People reach the top and they're not happy. And you're like, why aren't they happy? That's the way they got there. Because if you get there in the way that God intended it to be, you're happy, but most importantly, a lot of other people are happy for you as well. Now, I'm going to end with this, guys. So judgment, I fight it too. I fight it. I fight the tendencies that say, did you see that? Can you believe? You know what? I have to fight. I have to create. I have to be creative as how I get out of these conversations. Say, well, I've never been in their shoes. I don't know what they've gone through. Hey, man, did you see the Mavericks game yesterday? I mean, it's tricky sometimes. It's tricky because the point of conversation of a lot of people is judgment of others. Now, that was me as well, but I fight that every day. The good fight is that. So when that does happen in your mind, just apologize to whoever you judged and just take it back in your mind. You don't have to get into. You also don't have to teach this to the person like you shouldn't be judging, because now we're judging about not judging. So just let people be. Let them walk their own path. And if you accidentally stepped your foot in the mud hole and judged it, or judged that person or that situation, just apologize. I'm almost out of time. I want you to two more things, so just be patient for two more things, and that is always expect the best in your life. Positive thinking is not thinking of things positively. Positive thinking is having thoughts of the things that you want in your life and the life of others, and not the things that you don't. So be positive, a positive thinker, and always think of the things that you want. No matter the situation, no matter what's going on, always think of the things that you want. Even if things don't look good at the moment, they will be worse off if you think of that of them being worse, but they will be better off 100% if you start thinking of the things that you want. And there will be a way out. God will always give you a way out. And then the last one, and this was so difficult for me to also understand, is take care of the little things, guys. You're never going to accomplish climbing a building if you don't take that first step in the positive direction. And what does that mean? That means don't try to get your goals done in a day. Think about this as a marathon. Just take one step at a time and take care of the little things. If your closet is a mess, do not think that you're going to go out there and become a multi-millionaire in business, because the same habits that you have in your house and the things like your closet is the same habits that you're going to take when you make decisions in a business. And you're not going to become a multi-millionaire in a business if you have the type of thinking of a person that keeps their closet, their house messy. And those are the little things. If you're walking into a gas station and you see an empty cup just laying on the floor and everybody has walked through it, the person that becomes successful is the person that thinks differently. It'd be the person that picks up that cup, walks 2 feet to the trash can and throws it away. You may go, Juan, that is so not right. I don't believe it. I said, well, believe it, because a person that becomes a millionaire becomes a millionaire because they take, when they're building their empire, they take care of the little things that could later on become big things in a positive way or a negative way. So just keep that in mind. Just meditate on those words. Guys, I'm out of time. I love you guys. I love being on this call. I hope you guys get as much of it from it as I do of just being with you guys. So have a great weekend, and we will see you next Friday.